If you're a beginner music producer, this would be the perfect keyboard for you to ask for as a gift for Christmas or your birthday, or just to grab in general if you're doing some research. So this keyboard here is the Akai MPK Mini Play. There's different Akai MPK Mini keyboards, but this is specifically the Play version. And I specifically recommend this one for beginner producers for many reasons. The first one being that it has internal sounds and a speaker right here for you to play. So what this means is that you don't need to have a DAW in order to use it. It does come with a MIDI wire, so you use this, you connect this into your laptop to play the sounds and use this keyboard as a MIDI controller to control the sounds on your DAW. But this comes with its own internal sounds and a speaker, so that way you can hear the sounds that you're playing. And the way to do that is here in the back. You see it has a USB spot and a battery spot where it says power. So it's on USB right now, but remember, we're not using USB. We're not using this with a DAW. So we're gonna switch it to batteries, because in the back here, there's this section where you can plug some batteries in. And this takes, let's see, and this operates using 4 AA batteries. And that's how we're gonna use the internal sounds. So right here, it says internal sounds and it says keys. So this keys button is lit up red, so that means it's on, and so is the internal sounds. It's red, so it's on, so we're gonna use that. We're gonna make sure our volume over here is to the max. There's minimum and there's maximum. So we turn this all the way up, and if we see there's this little screen right here, and this screen shows us the different keys sounds. Remember, we have keys selected. So if we scroll with this little knob, this little wheel, it'll take us through all the different sounds that they have for us to use the keys with. So here's an acoustic guitar. I'm gonna play the keys and the acoustic guitar should sound. So that's pretty cool. And that's, again, one of my favorite features of this for a beginner producer. So you can just get your melodies out. And when you're brainstorming, you probably have a melody in your head. You're like, da da da, da da da. And you want to get that melody out. So you just search with the keys. You hear da da da, and you find that on the keys. That's not da, 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 da. Da, da, da. That's what I said, right? So da 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 da. So that's really helpful as a beginner producer. It takes a lot of time to get your ideas out. And if you can learn how to play your ideas without a DAW, it makes it that much easier of a process and less stressful, because you don't have to worry about connecting things and then loading the sounds up. You can just load the sounds up in here and start playing instantly. And another thing is it has a drums section too. So we're gonna play the drums that are loaded up here. This is a standard drum set. And the thing with drums, you have to use the drum pads to play them. And here you see it says pads A/B. So it's on red, so that means we're on A. If we click it, it's gonna be green, so now we're on B. And there's 8 more sounds here. So each drum sound has a total of 16 drum samples that you can choose from and use and experiment with to practice. So this is a jazz kit. So that's pretty fun and pretty cool too, to start practicing again your finger drumming and getting your drum patterns and understanding how to play those as a producer with this controller and keyboard. This is a very popular tool for a producer to use. I have a bigger version right here. You see the pads are here, the knobs over here, and the keys are here. Usually this is the main thing that you use to make beats. So this is a perfect one as a beginner because you don't need to use your DAW. But if you do have a DAW, if you want to hook this up to your iPad or to your phone or to your laptop, you just use this cord. It comes with the keyboard itself, but you'll need to buy something additional, which is this USB connector. So this has a USB right here. So you connect this into your USB spot, into your USB adapter plug, and then this is the end that goes into my iPad for GarageBand. But remember here, we're using the batteries right now, so we have this switched to batteries. So what we're gonna do is switch this to USB. This turns it off because we're not using the batteries. And we're gonna plug this in here. And then to power it, we're gonna get our power from our iPad. So I'm gonna plug this into my iPad, just like so. and we have GarageBand up on my iPad. You see this turned back on because it recognizes that it has power from the iPad and from GarageBand. And so these keys are going to be the same as these keys. So C2, that's the same as this one here. So all the keys are here, the same things. And we can also control those keys with these pads as well. And the AB, switch to a different bank. So I think these are the octaves, but as a beginner, that's all you kind of really need to know to use this as a controller, as a MIDI controller, because that's what this MIDI wire does. It takes the sounds that are in GarageBand, in our DAW, and it sends it into this. So that way we control the sounds with these keys and these pads, and that's how that operates. And a third way to power this keyboard, if you don't have batteries and you don't have a DAW to plug it in, you still have this wire, right? This wire comes with the keyboard itself. So what you're gonna do is plug this in into a wall outlet. So if you have a box, you just plug this into your USB box. Let's see, and then you plug this into the wall. Or if you have a portable charger, you can plug this into your portable charger and it will operate like that if your portable charger is juiced up. If it's dead, it's not going to work. So make sure your portable charger has some power. And you can also plug this into a regular wall outlet that has these USB plugs in it and just stick it right in, and this will turn on by itself and you're good to go and start using it. So again, if you're a beginner producer, I definitely would suggest you getting this specific MPK Mini Play keyboard to start your producer journey, because again, you can use it with or without a DAW. It comes with its own sounds that you can use. You can also plug in your headphones on this back part here. So I'm gonna put my headphones on. We're gonna grab the wire, it's right here. So we're gonna plug this in right here. And once I turn it back on, I'm playing the sounds and it's coming out of my headphones. So that's another cool feature for beginner producers. So that way you can practice playing your piano, you can practice your finger drumming without interrupting anyone and without anyone interrupting you. If you're traveling in the car or at the airport, that would be perfect. So again, you can use this as a very beginner producer, and you can use this along your journey as you grow and become more advanced, because it has all the tools and all the cool features as a regular MIDI controller, but you can also use it as a standalone keyboard. There's also a sustain pedal here, so when you start growing and playing the piano and using the keys more and just controlling your sounds, you can use this to get more advanced and use all the different features that it comes with that I didn't cover in this video here. But if you have anything else that you want to learn about this keyboard, please leave a comment below. If there's anything else you'd like to know about this keyboard, if you have any questions or you just want to ask me about it or anything, please comment below. Don't be shy and let me know your concerns or questions, feedback, or anything about this. So again, if you're a beginner producer, I would suggest you get this keyboard to start your production journey. Thanks for watching. I hope this helped you, and I'll see you all next time.